people that have lost weight and were able to sustain it. But then I started getting better with my questions, more probing questions. I actually secured an interview with Jim Germanakos, who's the twin brother, runner-up to his brother Bill, who won the 4th season of The Biggest Loser. It was really interesting when I got to him and talked to him, because he said, John, the show does not show how much time we spend with counselors, psychiatrists, how much they're working on our heads, because it's not glitz and glamour, right? It's not sexy. It doesn't sell. Everyone wants. So that's why people are cultured to. Well, I have to do that. Like, oh, sure. So many people that I spoke to were like, oh, sure, I could do that if I was on TV and I had the leverage of knowing millions of people, that I'd have to walk home as a failure if I gave up. But I can't do it on my own. So they're looking for the right trainer. They're looking for a Bob, a Jillian, right, to be their crutch. But I think if you watch that show enough, and I don't know if there's any fans in here, but and I enjoy watching the show, most of them realize that it comes down to them, and they got to at some point make a decision to own it. Even between the two sisters that just were battling it out, they were in it for themselves eventually, and they realized that they were kind of relying on each other as a crutch previously, and they would eat together and all that stuff. So Jim said that, he now is a public speakerhead, speaker, and a figurehead, and he has to walk the walk. He has to kind of show that, so he's got a lot of pain associated. If I let myself go back into the way that I was, there's going to be obvious pain and humiliation there. And so the more I interviewed people, the more I started understanding the patterns of what drove sustainable weight loss and optimal health, and what didn't work. So that was really interesting. The other thing that I noticed too, the main thing that they did, and I asked my father, it's the same thing. I do the same thing, actually. I think what we often do is, one pattern of behavior that they had was they found a weight, maybe it was their goal weight, 200 pounds, let's say, for Jim Germanakos. If he varied off that weight to 205, ooh man, he did whatever it took to get back down to that 200. Okay? So that 200 was an absolute must for him. Right? And oftentimes, we also have that number where we're comfortably at as well, where we're not in so much pain that we have to take action, but we're definitely